Greetings everyone, this is Alt Lexington, continuing my levelling of my Agent of Yesterday character. This is video 19, yep that's right this time, it's 19. And why does he pop up every time I log on? The timeline is secure at the moment, Admiral. We will contact you if things change. Okay. Anyway, in the last video, I acquired this sovereign ship and I put too many torpedoes on it because I've got a beam array build, a cheap one, because this character is completely free to play. So the beam array build is a very cheap one, where it's actually a no budget one, no budget at all. And I got bored of it, so I put on a few extra torps just for the hell. And it doesn't really matter at these levels anyway. And it was alright in the last episode. It wasn't a brilliant ship, but I don't expect it to be brilliant. Not during the levelling up process. Well, some assignments have finished since my last log on with this character, so I might as well click on a few more before starting the episode. Fortunately, there's a bonus experience weekend. Well, it's just coming to an end now, so these assignments I'm starting might not benefit from it. I've got to get 3 of these schools up to level 5 to open this 4th slot. Some duty officer assignments completed. That's just grab what they give me. Ooh, military commendation rank. This assignment requires. Oh, sorry, that's popping up from behind. But I win at one of my assignment ranks. Better see what that mission is. Engineering commendation rank complete. Okay. Oh, I can't collect that one because it gives refugees, and I've already got 20 refugees on my ship, and that's apparently the maximum amount of refugees I can have. Oh no, sorry, not refugees, colonists. Oh, I've gone up another rank. That's trade rank. People keep clicking on the one I can't collect until I get rid of some colonists. Okay, so now we just start up some more before we play the episode. Let's try exploration first, because that's the one that gives you transwarp locations, I believe. Extra transwarp locations for when you want to transwarp to places, I believe. Some of these come from my fleet as well. I did get some of those assignments that give you a plus 25 skill boost, but obviously they either haven't finished yet or they weren't on the ones I just completed. I don't really look too much at what assignments I do, as long as they don't cost EC, which some of them do, which I click on by accident sometimes. Or just click on any of them and just no. hopes of levelling up as fast as possible. Levelling up my schools as fast as possible. As fast as possible. Which one wants that one next? No, they're all just crappy colonial ones. Can do them anytime. And they finish too quickly and you're forever doing assignments if you keep doing colonial. I'm not bothered about getting dilithium or anything else, just the experience to level up the schools. Right, that's all the slots filled. Now, if everything else is alright, I believe I can start this episode. And I'm already here. This is where I logged off last time. In video 18 I logged off here, and now it's video 19. So the population of Serene Prime swelled to more than 4.7 million after the destruction of the Romulan homeworld. The Serene Council is now one of the most influential groups in the new Romulan Star Empire, and Empress Sela is scheduled to visit the world in the spring. Because of the increase in Serene Prime's importance, the Romulan military has increased its presence on the planet. Go to Serene Prime. Okay. I think we're delivering somebody we rescued in the last episode, a scientist. Somebody who was kidnapped and experimented on with Borg technology. Apparently the Tau Shiar are kidnapping people, Romulan people from their own citizens, kidnapping them and experimenting on them with implants of Borg origin, because they want to adapt their ships and their people to be stronger with Borg technology. So let's continue the storyline where we left it off. Shadow play from the Romulan Mystery story arc. Let's just see how many episodes we're in. It's episode 4, and there's quite a few episodes here. So let's go. Torpedoes, eh? But not a full torpedo boat, it's a partial torpedo boat. I might end up switching for more beam rays. But since I'm free to play on this particular character with no assistance from my other characters that I'm aware of, I think I got him a ship from one of my other characters by mistake, but I've stopped using that one now. But I'm trying to level him up with no assistance from my other characters or from any Zen purchases or anything. He's surviving off what he can earn, and that's it. His character is surviving on what he earns, and that's it. Anyway, let's begin. Captain, we have arrived in the Serene system. This is supposed to be a neutral colony, but I'm detecting multiple Romulan Star Empire ships as well as a shield wall surrounding the planet. If this is a blockade, they're very serious about keeping people out. The warbirds are arming weapons, sir. We might have a fight if we want to return our guest to her colony. Speaking of which, Tequila would like a word. Yes, Tequila is the scientist we rescued. He was from a Tau Shiar base that was trying to implant her with... No, Serene... Let me get this right. Tequila is a Romulan citizen who was outspoken against the Romulan Empire. So the Tal Shiar abducted her, took her to their secret base where they're experimenting with Borg technology, and planned to implant her with Borg technology until we arrived and rescued her. And now we're taking her home to a home planet, which is supposed to be a neutral planet in the Romulan. A neutral planet in the conflict between what's left of the Romulan Star Empire and what's beginning of the new Romulan Republic. But now it looks like the Star Empire has blockaded this neutral planet. Maybe it doesn't want us to return to Keeler. So let's talk to her, patch her through.
I can't thank you enough for returning me. It looks like the Romulan Star Empire has been busy while I was away. They were already lobbying our council to join them, but Romulan Republic envoys are there as well. Now the Empire is blockading the planet, probably to prevent information like ours from reaching our leaders. The shield wall is new. I guess the Tal Shiar constructed it. You should be careful.
It isn't the first time we've run afoul of the Romulan Star Empire. So that's it then. After the destruction of Romulus, what's left of the Romulan Star Empire couldn't hold on to all of its citizens, and some of them broke away in an attempt to either form the new Romulan Republic, a rival to the Star Empire, and other ones that broke away went neutral. This is one of the planets that went neutral. They're not involved in the fight between the Romulans, what's left of the Romulan Star Empire, and the breakaway new Romulan Republic. These have broken away and became neutral between the two. The Star Empire still has the Tal Shiar, though, working for them, and they're trying to enhance their weaponry and ships and people with Borg tech, but they're experimenting on innocent citizens by abducting them. And now we're returning one of those abducted citizens to a neutral home system. But the Empire knows we're coming and has blockaded the system to prevent us from taking her home where she can talk of her experiences. Where she can spread the word that the Romulans are experimenting with dangerous Borg technology. Her own people. Her former Empire. That she was an outspoken opponent of. So, hail the Romulan vessel, and there it is. It's getting close enough to hail them. Getting to visual transmission range, I think it is. Bit of speed to get a bit closer quicker. Find out why there's a blockade. Hail the IRW Rhea.
This planet is protected by the Romulan Star Empire. State your business.
Protected? You mean blockaded? The Romulan Star Empire has no right to protect a planet that's not under its jurisdiction. I didn't realise the Guarini Prime was a protectorate of the Romulan Star Empire. Yeah, the choice of responses. Or I could say, none of your business. I could say, I'm returning this citizen to her homeworld. Or I could say, I have come to trade. So, shall I question him about politics? Shall I just be rude? Shall I lie? Or shall I be completely honest? Well, I'm a staff officer, so I should be completely honest.
Indeed. Identify this citizen.
Tell the truth.
That is the name of a fugitive wanted by the Romulan Star Empire. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Sir, he wants to arrest Tequila? I don't think so, Commander. Well, let's destroy them. Well, that was interesting. We didn't even have to move to destroy them. And considering I'm on a very weak build of common white phasers and torpedoes, well... Oh, these rewards came from the officer assignments, and that one was the one just now, I think. Yep. These awards came from the officer assignments I just did. And this one is, well, from just blowing up that ship. I'm a bit more awake today than I have been in previous videos, because I got a good night's sleep. Not slurring my speech as much. Anyway, the next objective, enter planetary orbit. Which means we're penetrating the blockade. I mean, it's a damn good blockade, isn't it? A big hole in it. It doesn't even stretch around the full size of the planet. And how many asteroids does it take to make, how many satellites does it take to make these energy fields? I mean, to blockade a whole planet with asteroids like, with satellites like this, it would take millions of satellites. Since they don't put out much of a force field shield. I suspect it's a shield, not a force field, that's why it takes so many satellites, and such big ones as well, because they're bigger than starships. My ship's shield could be extended much further than this, if I had the tool extend shields. Oh, I'm a Starfleet officer. I love to scan. Gotta get my fix of scanning every day. Now, if we look at my tools, if you didn't see the last video, you can see that they're not optimal, because I haven't been training my bridge crew properly with training manuals, because I don't want to spend the money on them, the energy credits. We're in orbit. I don't want to spend energy credits on training manuals at this early stage in leveling. I'm saving all the energy credits I can for a bit later on, so I'm making do with what they've got instead of training them and stuff. Like, this should be torpedo spread, or really this should be a full beam broadsiding build, and this should be attack pattern beta instead, without any torps at all. And we should have emergency powder weapons free on one of these slots, and directed energy modulation. We should have hazard emitters. But even my duty officers are rubbish. Anyway, we've scanned before we beam down, so not now. Let's scan more anomalies, because I'm collecting R&D materials, because it's R&D event, and because this character's going to have to survive on his own R&D, because he's not purchasing anything. He's just surviving on what he can earn himself. So he's going to need all the R&D stuff he can get for later on when he maybe upgrades things. If he upgrades things, that is. That's all the anomalies. Now it's beamed down. Are you ready to beam down to the surface, sir? Yes, I am. I'm going to take my full away team with me. That is a tactical officer, and so is that one. But this one, the science officer, she should have been born a tactical, because she's vicious. I noticed that, and then I gave her a minigun, and she's even more vicious with it, and not very reckless with it as well. And she's supposed to be a Vulcan. She's my favourite officer, and she's not even a top-level quality officer. But she's a vicious Vulcan scientist that should have been born a Romulan tactical. Because she loves the violence, and she's very reckless with it. Oh, it's a big map to load if I remember this mission from other characters, which has been a long time since I played it. All I really remember about it, it's a colony, and there's a shuttle parked there that looks like a Cylon from Battlestar Galactica. Oh, and yes, there is.
I can't believe I finally made it home. Thank you. I never thought I'd see this place again. I would give you the grand tour such as it is, but I need to get back to my family. I never thought I'd see them again either. You should talk to a representative from our council. Follow the path ahead and it will lead you to our central square. There should be someone you can speak with there.
Very well, Tequila. I'm glad you're home. I'm glad we were able to save you. Go see your family. Yep, I said there was a shuttle here. I vaguely remembered a shuttle here that looked like a Cylon. And I forgot that we actually beamed down right next to it. It does. It looks like a Cylon from Battlestar Galactica. Oh, it did the last time I played it, because I remember there was a big chunk of metal on the front here with lines on it that looked like a Cylon nose. I think they've taken that off now because too many people say these shuttles look like Cylons. They must have changed it. But that's alright. We're playing Star Trek, not Battlestar. Anyway, are there scannables here? Yes, there are. Starfleet officer, got to do me scanning. Can't go without scanning. What are these things? Interesting, gives it a nice alien feel. Gives the map a nice alien feel. I'm not speed leveling this character, I'm playing it slowly and carefully and enjoying the game. I'm doing a lot of exploring around the maps and things and just having a look. I'm explaining things a bit better in this episode because I'm more awake than I have been in the last 19 videos. But I'm just exploring around the map, enjoying the game generally, rather than just speeding through it and blasting everything to pieces. Some of this equipment looks like what it will when this character eventually gets to New Romulus. It reminds me of some of the gear they'd have on New Romulus, which is fitting because this is Romulan gear. I have trouble pronouncing the word Romulan. I often pronounce it Romulan. But it's a lovely looking map, isn't it? Well lit. So it's speak to Councillor Who. I'm not very good at reading either. So you'll forgive me if my reading isn't brilliant. That's why I don't tend to roleplay the characters' voices. I have enough trouble reading the text, let alone roleplaying the voices. Speak to Councillor.
Jolan True, and welcome to Sereni Prime. Oh, thank you for returning Takela to us. I'm sure her family is pleased she is safe. However, you have arrived at an interesting time. I was just preparing to meet with representatives from the Romulan Star Empire and the Romulan Republic. Each are urging our colony to join their faction. We've done our best to stay out of the conflict until now, but I fear we will soon be forced to take a side.
Very sexy voice for an older woman, for an older Romulan councillor. And Romulans, they live for over 200 years, I think, so she must be at least 150. Yes, we met one of the Empire's representatives in orbit. They tried to destroy my ship. So this neutral planet is feeling the pressure of being in the middle of the conflict between the Star Empire and the Breakaway Republic.
Yes, the Empire has a way of offering assistance that feels more like a threat. They offered security services for my world, and I could not risk refusing them. And, to be fair, there have been no abductions since the fleet began protecting the planet.
Yeah, the abductions, like Tequila was abducted by the Tau Shiar for the experiments.
A number of our citizens went missing in the weeks before the Empire arrived. The Empire blames the Republic, of course, but I think Sela likes to blame them for a lot of things. There's no evidence they are responsible, however. In fact, there's no evidence at all. And I think that if the Republic were behind these kidnappings, they would leave some trace behind. If you would care to speak to the representatives, I would be interested in hearing what your opinion of them is.
Talk to the Empire Republic representatives. I am honoured by your request, Councillor. She wants to know my opinion of the situation. Well, Tequila said that she was abducted by the Tau Shiar from this world, this neutral world, and we know the Tau Shiar were experimenting with Borg technology to enhance their ships and even the citizens that they abducted. So that's obviously the Romulan representative from the Empire, and that's obviously from the Breakaway Republic. Let's see how the Empire is doing after the destruction of Romulus. Speak to Empire Envoy.
You are not welcome here, Starfleet.
The Councillor feels differently. She asked me to speak with you and give her my opinion.
Then she is a fool. The Federation are allies of the terrorists who seek to destroy what remains of our glorious empire. You will do nothing here but sow dissent and unrest. I also know that you destroyed a ship protecting this planet, with callous disregard for the safety of the citizens of this colony. I have nothing more to say to a murderer.
He just called the Councillor a fool. I thought he was trying to get her to side with the Empire. That's a great way to do it, by calling her a fool. It just goes to show he doesn't respect her and he just wants to conquer this world. But the Republic is standing in the way, but the Republic can't stand up against the Empire on its own. It needs Starfleet support and possibly either that or Klingon support. So the Republic will be between Starfleet and the Klingons, because let's remember that Romulans don't have this. The Roman Republic wouldn't have the same hatred for Klingons that Starfleet have. He left me no choice. I destroyed his ship because he wanted to arrest an innocent passenger that we rescued from you.
You had no choice. Those words have been the excuse of monsters since time immemorial. On the chance, however, that the Council is foolish enough to be swayed by your biased opinion, I will explain that the Romulan Star Empire is Sereni Prime's only hope for peace and stability. We alone possess the military strength and operational effectiveness to keep this planet terrorists from the Republic can only offer them a portion of their own loss and suffering. The Empress has already sent ships to defend this colony. That is evidence of our intentions.
But he calls the Councillor a fool. How can he ally with someone he thinks of as a fool? You're supposed to be sucking up to her if you want her cooperation, unless you intend to conquer her. And I did have a choice. I didn't have to kill that ship. I could have disabled it. But this is Star Trek Online, and we kill things here. Well, that Romulan warbird was no match for my ship, obviously, because I didn't even have to move to destroy it. So why did I have to kill it? Why couldn't I just disabled it to the point where it couldn't board my ship or even stop me from going to the planet? I could have done that easily. Your intentions are clear, Sub-Commander. I think I've heard enough. Conquering pig. And your two lackeys there. Now let's go to the people he calls terrorists, when in actual fact they're too big to be and too organised to be terrorists. They've broken away to form their own Romulan Republic. Speak to Republic Envoy.
A pleasure to meet you. What can I do for you?
Oh, that's a bit more nicer than him. But then she probably wants to ally with Starfleet, so she's sucking up to me. Because the Republic can't stand on its own. Not against the remnants of the Star Empire and their Tal Shiar. What is your mission here?
My intent was to speak to the Council about the advantages of joining the Republic. Fortunately, I arrived before the blockade, and the Council has extended their protection to me. Otherwise, I'd probably be on my way to one of the Tal Shiar's prison facilities by now. The Empress likes to hide her threats in a few layers of deception and lies. It can be difficult for a peaceful world like Serene Prime to resist. But if we all stick together, we will be able to rise up and defeat the Tal Shiar once and for all.
But until they're strong enough, until they're coherent enough and strong enough to rise up, they're probably going to need Starfleet assistance. Which means Starfleet might have to take sides, and which could be seen as interfering in internal Romulan affairs. A violation of the Prime Directive, maybe? You have ambitious goals, Sub-Commander. Good luck. It may be a violation of the Prime Directive if Starfleet was to get involved here. Between the newly formed Republic and the Empire, but we might have to violate the Prime Directive because this conflict is threatening to destabilize the entire power structure of the galaxy. I mean, the Romulans' internal wrangling that's going on has become so large that it might affect the Klingon Empire and the Federation. In fact, it is starting to affect them. It's a change of power stance from the Romulans, which is affecting the other powers in the galaxy. So, to not violate the Prime Directive and stay out of it might be a bad strategic move that could lead to our own end. So under our desire to defend ourselves, we might have no choice but to violate the Prime Directive. And then it's not really a violation if it's defence. And let's face it, the Romulans aren't exactly a developing culture. Although the Republic could be seen as a developing new society, but they have advanced technology, so they're not exactly an evolving. They're a developing, but not an evolving. Yeah, it gets confusing. Anyway, the Councillor wants my opinions, and I've just wafted on about them. Speak to the Councillor.
Well, what did you think of them?
Okay, so I've got a choice of responses. So in other words, I only have 4 opinions. Well, I'm only allowed 1 opinion out of a choice of 4. I may be biased, but I think you should join the Republic. Yes, that is true. Even if it might mean their demise, because the Republic isn't yet strong enough to stand the Star Empire, but the more systems that band with them, the more chance they have of standing against. And who knows, they might get strong enough not to need Starfleet assistance to stay stable against the Empire's constant harassment. Or I could say, if safety is your main concern, you may want to join the Romulan Star Empire. In other words, you'll be conquered, dominated, dictated to, but you'll be their asset, so they won't kill you. Instead, you'll be their slave army, an enslaved world, an asset. You'll be safe as long as you do what they say and give them what they want. Give up half your resources to them. Be milked dry by them. So the Roman Empire will keep you safe, but it will be at a very high price. Whereas the Republic, they might not be able to keep you safe, but at least you'll have your total freedom under them. Or I could say, you've done well staying neutral so far. I don't see a reason why you should change course now. Really? Of course I see a reason. The Empire's threatening them. They need an ally to protect them from the Empire, and Starfleet might not get involved, so they have to join the Republic or give up their freedom for protection at a very high price. Or I could say, I can't tell you what your colony should do. Follow your heart and your instincts. That's like a bailout answer. So I either tell them to join the Empire, join the Republic, stay neutral, or get her to follow her heart. I'm a Starfleet officer and I don't have the right to dictate to her what to do. And I don't think she should join the Empire because that would be a mistake. She'd lose her freedom. Safety isn't worth the loss of freedom, because what kind of life is? Life isn't life if you're living it under a boot. It's only life if you're free to do with it as you please. So I can't advise her to join the Empire. But she might not be safe if she joins the Republic, because the Republic is a budding society that might not survive. It's a good society, but it's budding and it might not survive. Obviously, she can't stay neutral. She'd have to kick out both the Empire and the Republic. The Republic will leave peacefully, but the Empire won't. So I have to tell her to follow her heart, which is kind of a cop-out. I think I should give my real opinion. Join the Republic. And at least I tell her I may be biased. Which I am.
An interesting perspective. Thank you for your suggestion. Our most convincing evidence comes from a survivor of Virenat. And if his story can be believed, he says he knows who is behind these abductions. You should speak to him before you leave. He's behind that building.
I'll listen to his story. A survivor from Virenat. Sorry, Virenat. And he's behind this building. Did I forget to get a scanning thing over there? I'm going to go and get that scanning thing over there first. It was this way, wasn't it? Oh no, we've gone past it. Oh, it's a crate. some good scanning. I'm a Starfleet officer. I need to scan. I have to. Or I get withdrawals if I don't do my scanning. It's like not getting a cigarette or a morning coffee. Scanning is like heroin to a Starfleet officer. He needs to do it. So he was behind this building. There he is, the survivor of Virinat. What's his name? Relkan. Speak to survivor.
Yes, I was at Virinat. My family died there. My friends. It wasn't terrorists who destroyed my home, and it certainly wasn't the Republic. It was the Tal Shiar and their friends. But you don't have to take my word for it. Virinat has been abandoned since the attack. Go see what our Empress does to her people.
Travel to Virinat to investigate the truth behind the destruction of the colony. Really, already? All this map just for that? We might have to come back to this map with any luck, because it's a good map worthy of further exploration. So, he knows terrorists didn't destroy his home, and it certainly wasn't the Republic, so he doesn't view the Republic as terrorists, or else he would have put them in the same group. It was the Tal Shiar and their friends. Friends? He's not referring to the Empire, because the Tal Shiar's part of the Empire, so he might not be referring to the Empire as the Tal Shiar's friends. Whoops.
Yes, I was at
So he might be hinting that the Tal Shiar strings are being pulled from outside of the Empire. They may be part of the Empire, and the Tal Shiar are under the Empire's rule, which is under Sealer's leadership, but they're not under Sealer's total control. I mean, Sealer is the Emperor of the Empress of the Star Empire, and the Tal Shiar are supposed to be one of her secret organizations, but it sounds like they're not really with her. Well, they're with her, but they don't always do what she says because their strings are being pulled from outside. Alright, let's go that way. There's another thing to scan before we beam up. We scan something else in this direction, I think. Oh, it's right up the top there. Wasn't there a path up there? I'm going to go and see if there's a path. I think there was a path leading up there. I'd like to follow the paths. Yeah, as you can see, I take a lot longer over an episode than is needed because... Oh! You can see the shield up there. I only just noticed. Yeah, I like to take a lot longer over an episode because I'm not speed leveling, I'm enjoying. And there's a lot here that you wouldn't normally, that you'd normally just speed straight past. A lot of players miss it because you can get overly excited and skip past things and rush through things. And I don't want to do that this time around. I want to learn the story. good thing is the story changes depending on what faction character you're playing and what branch of that faction he's in. I'm just going up here to have a look because there's another scannable I just noticed. A couple more. I suppose these scannables are placed around to get you to explore the map. But I would have done that anyway. This seems like a very peaceful planet with no weather, no real weather. In fact, running around here, it feels open, yes, but also indoors open. No more scannables. It is open, but it feels like it's indoors. Just a very large indoors. It doesn't feel like an outside place. There's no wind, even though the grass is swaying. Maybe there is wind, I just turned my sound down too much before the recording. In fact, I think I'm going to take the opportunity to look at options and look at my sound effects. Yes, and what's this? Music volume's down, ambient sound effect. Should be able to hear the wind at 25% ambient volume. Let's see if we can get music going, because sometimes I like to hear that. We don't want it too loud though, because it's a voice video. Well, let's put it up to 10% first. And we'll see. Obviously there's no music right here on this map though, it would be out in sector space. So let's beam up and warp to Virenat system. I remember this system as well because it's one of the first systems you visit when you create a Romulan character. And you're fighting flying bugs, if I remember rightly, if I've got it right. It appears we have done all we can here, sir. Shall we return to the ship? Yes. Well, my full awaiting wasn't necessary there. But then again, if they didn't come down with me, the Tal Shiar might have abducted me or brainwashed me and sent me back to my ship as a sleeper agent or something, ready to kill Admiral Quinn the next time I see him. Sir, course locked in for Virenat. However, there are Romulan ships decloaking. They are hailing us. The Romulan Empire just got some backup by the looks of things.
You are wanted for crimes against the Romulan Star Empire. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
You lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. That's a very inflammatory response. I like it. Sir, there is a Romulan Republic vessel here as well. They're trying to hail us.
You appear to be having some difficulties with the Tal Shiar. Please, allow us to assist. This is the least we can do for our allies in Starfleet.
A Reman? Working with the Republic? The Remans were slaves in the Empire. But obviously, the ones that broke away with the Republic have been granted their freedom. So the Republic really is a new face on the Romulans. A better place than the Empire was. Glad to have the help, Commander. Right. Whoa, that was rude. See if I can destroy him in standing still.
Will no longer trouble you. Do you require anything else?
No, thank you for your assistance. It was unexpected and very pleasant. Unexpected indeed from a Riemann. Sir, I recommend we cross the shield barrier and exit the system before Tal Shiar reinforcements arrive. Agreed, laying a course. But before we go, let's scan. Get our fix of scanning. And that's the Riemann ship by looks of things, of the land warbird. I think in the last few videos I was playing kind of tired and slurred speech. I'm glad I got a good night's sleep. It's because I've been pushing to get this character leveled up. But I'm not playing him fast. So pushing to level up a character that I'm playing slow. Contradiction, but that's me. Ops. So I recommend. Yeah, I just said I agreed. It's not disappearing. Well, let's put on some speed to get to that scannable. On my main character, I usually just blast through these things and don't bother even scanning anything. But recently I've started to get bored of just blasting through everything. I want to experience the game itself rather than just DPS chasing. I mean that got boring for me. I've been there, done that. So now I'm on the lesser characters and enjoying them instead. A bit more of a challenge than just using all gold epic stuff. I still like to, but I also like to do this now. The DPS, since the balancing, the DPS chasing is no longer as satisfying as it was. I mean, I can still do the DPS, it's just no longer as satisfying, and the game really did need a balance. I'm beginning to see why they did it, and I was a bit annoyed at first at losing half of my DPS, but not anymore. I'm starting to see that the game really did need it, and that it's made the game better as a result, because it's got me to not chase DPS so hard anymore, to actually try and play other elements of the game and try other builds and other characters, and I'm not neglecting my alternate characters anymore like I used to. I'm giving up the addiction on the DPS chase now, so the balancing is a good thing. Anyway, I'm going off topic. I've got to walk to Virinat, is it called? Virinat? Virinat. Sovereign class away! And I did notice the music has come on. We can just about hear it, and it's good music. We have arrived in the Virinat system. Sensors are detecting no signs of activity in the system, not even satellites. For a once populated world, the sensor silence is eerie. So's your face, mate. It looks like a bit of a fish. A Mon Calamari? It's a trap! No, that's a wrong franchise. Again. Set course for the planet. After we've scanned. No scans? It is sensor quiet around here. That is eerie. And look at the rings. They go off weird. They bend up and down and then back around. I like the stars. That's interesting. Yeah, my view on the episode today is a bit more positive. I mean, when I was sleepy and playing this character, I was getting all negative. But now, after a good night's sleep, this video is a bit more positive. Still going to point out the bugs, though. What is this debris? Oh, it looks like part of a Talis warbird. Sir, the debris appears to be from a Romulan vessel. It's old, but it took some heavy energy weapon hits before it was destroyed. You don't normally see battles like this near agricultural colonies. Yeah, this is all in reference to the early episodes. If you created a Romulan character, you would have probably been part of that battle. If memory serves me from when I created my one and only Romulan years ago. I think I went a bit overboard with the decoration on this ship. But to be honest, there wasn't many choices. Sir, this appears to be debris from a vessel of unknown configuration. However, the energy signatures confirm to the limited information we have about the Alachi. There's not enough here for the ship to have been destroyed, sir. Whatever it is, it probably survived this battle. Ah, so an Alachi ship destroyed a Romulan ship. This could be the mysterious enemy the survivors talk about. Could it be the Alachi we need more information on? Yes, the Alachi are the ones who are probably pulling the Tal Shiar's strings, which is why Empress Sela is finding it harder and harder to control the Tal Shiar. I sense Hakiv from the Nimbus Wasteland storylines, which we've played through already, which came before this episode in the timeline. Hakiv and his attempt to get Phaleron triggers from the Orion Syndicate on Nimbus 3. But he failed because a Reman warped off with them beforehand. And there are Remans in the Republic. So maybe the Republic have the triggers. The Phaleron triggers. But that Reman who walked away from Nimbus didn't sound like he was a free member of the Republic. He sounded more like he was fighting a resistance fight. Maybe that's what the Republic are doing, undermining the Tal Shiar, because they know the Tal Shiar's strings are being pulled from a source other than Emperor Sela. And that source may be the Alachi. And why did I just hit that button unnecessarily? No more anomalies, so let's go to the planet. Sir, I'm detecting a vessel. Wait, there's nothing there. Must have been a sensor echo. Or a cloaked ship watching us. We're in orbit now, so let's beam down with a full away team. It's a farming community. This place is destroyed, Captain, but the damage is only a few months old. I'm not detecting any humanoid life signs. However, there are several insect life forms around the area. We should be cautious. Search the remains of Virinat colony for the cause of its destruction. Acknowledged. So, this colony was destroyed a few months ago, and there's insect life but no humanoid life. Well, I said I'd point out the bugs. There's one right there. I'm going to moan and grumble about that bug. I'm going to put out a support ticket that there's a bug in the game. What do? Do we kill the bugs? Hang on, let's not get too near. I don't want to kill them unless I have to. I know you're supposed to, but I'm just wondering, do we really have to? Or can... Because sometimes you get an accolade for doing things that you wouldn't expect. This alloys in this wreckage. I'm reading it wrong. The alloys in this wreckage are consistent with Romulan starship design specifications. Retrieve a sample for analysis. I'll let my crew handle that. Because I know they can. Thank you, crew. You protected your captain properly, as you should. Am I a bad captain for often sending my officers in to do the dirty work while I just stand back and watch? I noticed Tamet in there was up to her old tricks with that minigun. Violent bitch. I thought we were supposed to get a sample of that. Maybe it's automatic. You do things like this just in case, you never know. There might be an accolade around somewhere that you can get, but I doubt it. There isn't usually many accolades in episodes that you don't just get from following standard episode timeline. It's places like Nimbus 3 where you have to go hunting for them. The battle here must have been massive. Yeah, I'd say. It's wiped out a whole colony a few months ago. A fresh destruction. Scan colonist, scan crater, scan beacon. Well, here's a crater. Let's scan it. Obviously, it's not the crater we're supposed to scan. Anything through here? Maybe there's other things that you wouldn't normally see. Oh, that's some good scanning. Oh, yeah. I'm a Starfleet officer. I need me scan things. It looks like, to me, like they were having some kind of festival when they were attacked. Those pop-ups, I'm not a fan of them because I don't normally get to catch them in time. I normally have to go back onto here and look it up on the NPC, is it? No. Normally it is. Oh, crew, you can handle that. I'm busy reading. Ah, yeah, this is NPC chat. They also say a lot of other things like employing ambush, employing overwatch. Again? Ah, Tarsi actually fired straight that time. Not Tarsi, Tamet. I keep calling her Tarsi. because Tarsy's my chief tactical officer. He would have been chief, but he kept dying. Now I'm going to change the colour of this text chat. If I can remember how. Because I want it to stand out a bit more, a bit easier on the eyes. I think I'll change it to dark green maybe. Yep, that'll do. As long as it doesn't match what I've done with the other stuff. Yep, that'll do. A bit easier on the eyes. And I'll keep it open a bit more. Ah, the music is playing during the episode, that's good. Maybe you have to change maps to get the music to play. I just hope it's not drowning out my voice too much. Not that I'm saying anything of any importance. But I like the music. They've got some good music. I've often thought I'd like to get this music as a download or a CD or something. I'd pay for it. Was there a scanner there? Oh no. We're supposed to scan a crater, but that's obviously not the one. Bugs blocking every exit, sir. Then, why don't you kill him? Shall I get one? Yep, I use my plasma pistol. Yeah, go for it, Tamet, you vicious bitch. Yeah, Tamet, go for it, even though you were aiming at me. Lucky you had your friend and foe system on, or that would have killed me. Or that energy would have gone straight through my shields. That's my take on it. The game, when they fire miniguns, they just spray it all over the place, at their own characters, everything. And my little roleplay excuse for that, little technical bug, is that all these energy weapons have friend or foe systems, and those systems are ineffective against the shields of allies. The shields of allies are locked out from the weapon, so it can't affect them. It's like that the shield frequency of an ally is removed from the weapon's firing frequency. The weapon fires on all frequencies except the shield frequencies of the allies. And hopefully the exact opposite frequency of the enemy to penetrate their shields. That's my roleplay way around weapons. They have friend or foe systems that are set up. Ah, here we go, scan beacon. Definitely a Lachi, but we don't know that yet in character. I think this device is some kind of beacon, but it doesn't conform to any technology I'm familiar with. However, the components seem to match some of the equipment we discovered on Installation 18 during the Wasteland. Yeah, there was a Lachi there. Get a full scan. Starfleet will want to review our findings. Oh look, water. I've got a sudden urge. Well, I had an urge to jump on that bridge, but obviously I can't. I never like to go the beaten track. Because a long time ago, when I first created a character in Star Trek Online, there was a little that the help tips would pop up when your character is new. And a long time ago, 5 years ago, when I created my main character, one of the help tips that popped up said, ambush attacks are more effective. Try to flank an enemy, by going off the beaten path and sneaking up on them from the bushes. And I've done it ever since. Scan flower. I don't know why. What a lovely flower. I wonder who planted it. We'll probably never know. Oh, so that flower has survived the attack, maybe? Maybe there's a survivor here. Or maybe in the Romulan story arc, one of the survivors comes from this planet and planted a flower before leaving. After he realised he left, the planet was destroyed, he came back, planted a flower in memoriam. Now, what I think it is when you first create a Romulan character, if it's your first ever character, you're taught how to move back and forth and left and right and plant things. Because I believe that this area is the first place you appear when you create a Romulan character. So all the help tips will be popping up, telling you how to walk with the SW keys, how to do chat. One of your first tasks might be to plant something, because it's teaching you how all the game controls. I believe that's what it is. So that plant may have been planted by my Romulan tactical character, and everyone else's for that matter. Everyone else's Romulan character. I think there was a shooting range here to teach new Romulan characters how to shoot. Where you shot bottles or something. I've only ever created one Romulan character, and that was a long time ago. I tried to create another one when Temporal Agent came out, but I realised that Temporal Agents can only be Federation. So I quickly deleted him and made this guy. We're looking for a crater and scan colonist. I should be looking on the minimap to find the crater, but I really can't be bothered. I mean, there's other things to scan around here. So we might as well just explore. This fountain must have been beautiful once. The water is still drinkable despite the destruction. The residents of this colony put a lot of love and effort into building it. Now it's all gone. Are we supposed to sympathize? Sympathize? Generate a little bit of feeling for the colonists? Looks like they're barricaded. Looks like a barricade. Yeah, so since I've figured out now that this is where Romulan characters are created, I'm going to explore a little harder, because I'm enjoying myself, quite frankly. I'm in a positive mood today. I seem to have woken up in a good mood. So I'm going to explore the entire map. I'm not just going to go straight for the objectives. They must be wind-powered homes. Windmill power. Yes, this Romulan colony doesn't look very Romulan. It looks... I mean, Romulan society has modern stuff and futuristic stuff, and this all looks village stuff and ancient Edwardian sort of look. If I forget my history, forgive me. But it looks almost like a loving human community. These poor colonists. Who would destroy such a beautiful, loving creation like this colony? These people. Those bastard attackers. What's this? This looks like a downed ship. Wasn't that what we scanned when we first came here? That would have been a big windmill like that one over there. Scan beat debris. Ah, we found some debris to scan. Where is it? It's this thing that's fallen down. It's a windmill blade, Captain. Many of the Romulan colonies are using alternative power supplies such as these. With the damage to the blade, though, this structure withstood several explosive blasts of extremely high power. Retrieve a sample. There you go. I give him static electricity from my plasma weapon. The reason I'm using this plasma pistol is because, of course, I'm completely free to play on this character, only playing what he earns himself. And this plasma pistol was a reward from playing one of the temporary agent rewards for leveling up. Actually, I should switch to that sword because I wanted to give that sword a try at some point that I got from the Wastelands from a Nautican pirate. But that plasma pistol, plasma does its plasma damage, plus it has a proc on it that does additional electric damage, I think. Yeah, 40% chance plus 2.5. No, hang on a minute. 5% chance. 24.5 plasma damage per second ignores shields. Oh. So its proc is just additional plasma damage on top of its normal damage. On top of its normal plasma damage. Plasma weapons are electrical damage, I believe. Let me have a look. Plasma ground weapons have a chance to slow the target and apply a weak plasma damage over time effect. A weak one. What are we looking for now? Colonies and crater still. This isn't the crater, of course. I thought it was up here somewhere. I'm taking way too long over this episode, ain't I? My officers can't keep up with me. It's much better in this episode because they're spread out, the officers. On the Wasteland, they were all bunched together, which was damn annoying. It was like they were all moving as one instead of independently, instead of each one moving. I suppose it was to save computer processes because it's a public map and a very large one at that, a very detailed one. But Nimbus is one of my favourite places to hang out because it's such an easy map and it's not dark and It's all bright and happy. Scan flower. Look, sir, even in the midst of this destruction, life continues. Perhaps someday this colony will renew itself as well. Ah, I got an accolade, see? In memoriam. See, you get accolades for just unexpected little things like that. That's why I like to explore. The accolades don't really give you anything, I wouldn't think. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's just have a look. What was that accolade? In memoriam? Story accolade it would be. There needs to be a filter on these accolades. I can't find it, and it's going to take forever to find it. That's why there needs to be a filter on these accolades. You know, when I was doing Nimbus, I think I missed a couple of accolades. I tried to play the entire map and do every single thing to do there in one playthrough. And I succeeded bar a few accolades, I believe. And if there was a filter, it would have been easier to decipher that. There needs to be a filter on here. They put all sorts of things into the HUD game. And if they're going to do that, they might as well just put in a filter. Instead of a new Admiralty system, we might benefit much better from a filter for accolades. Scan crater, we found it. This crater was created by an orbital strike from a plasma weapon of Romulan origin. Really, not Lanchy. Since it is doubtful the colony destroyed themselves, it could only have been the Tal Shiar. We've got our proof. We've got our evidence. I feel a bit guilty about killing these bugs because if I remember my Romulan character rightly, which I might not, these bugs were trained farm animals, weren't they? Some of them were, and others were just a nuisance. Well, I don't know how that roleplay friend or foe system I invented. It works with energy weapons, but I don't know how it would work with a sword past striking on a crew member. Maybe all kinetic weapons in the Star Trek universe have a little device on them that makes them go slightly out of phase when they come in contact with an ally's shield, so they can just pass straight through the ally's body without hurting them. I don't know. Ooh, that's shiny. I wonder if you get anything for jumping up on it. I'm trying to get a lay of the land, a nice view. Because if this is the first place that a Romulan tactical character has created it, theoretically it could be full of accolades that a Federation character wouldn't normally get. He looks good with his sword. In fact, I might stick with this sword for a while, unless it's too squishy with it. What are those things? I think we've got our Tal Shiar behind it all, evidence. There's a colonist around here somewhere, and I keep missing him. But then again, I haven't really been trying to find him. I've just been exploring and hope I come across him. There he is. Wow. What the devil happened to him here? Medic, medic! You take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Sir, although this colonist died of plasma weapon discharge, her tissues appear to be infected with some kind of fungal spores. The bio readings I am getting are somewhat similar to some of the readings from the prisoners on Installation 18. The evidence of Alachi involvement is mounting. Take a sample of this person. Yeah, just cut off a finger and take it with us. It's a female. Lucky she died face down, or else it would be quite indignant. I just slap her ass on the way by. Gotta be a guy, ain't you? Okay, Bugs. You started this. Now I'm gonna finish it. Sometimes, do you get rooted when you're doing a melee animation? Well, not rooted. Just it's hard to move about during melee. Well, with this weapon it seems to be. Is it melee or is it melee? I don't know how to pronounce the word for hand-to-hand combat with these kind of weapons. That's dyslexia for you. Oh, activate console. I remember seeing that console, and there's nothing more to do here by the looks of things. This place certainly doesn't look like a military installation. Why would anybody attack it? Exactly, why would they kill these people? I mean, it's one thing to abduct citizens to experiment on. It's another thing to wipe out an entire colony. I think one of the colonists escaped, came back here, and told everybody of what the Tal Shiar and their empire were doing. And to keep the secret, the colony was wiped out. Once the colony learned of the secret from escaping, the colony was wiped out. Either that or they were testing one of their new Borg weapons, or some new weapon of mass destruction or something. But this doesn't look like a weapon of mass destruction kind of wiping out. It looks more like a systematic battle took place. I mean, there are barricades around and things are destroyed. It's not like it was hit by a nuke or something where everything would be flattened. Welcome, guest. You have one message from Empress Seela. Would you like to play it now? Excuse me? Why would I have a message from Empress Seela? Have I not been reading stuff properly? Or did she leave this for anyone who discovered the colony? Because, maybe they destroyed the colony too. I'm starting to think, One of the abductees escaped from the Tal Shiar, came back to their home colony, spread word of what the Tal Shiar was doing, so the colony all found out about it but was destroyed before they could spread word further. And that destruction was ideal for the Tal Shiar to test their new weapons. It was an ideal excuse for the Tal Shiar to test their new weapons on this colony. And also, Empress Sela is going to use this destruction and blame it on someone else. Even though she's responsible, she's going to blame it on someone else. Like the terrorists of the Republic, the breakaway Republic. And use it as an excuse to go to war with them. So it's a threefold attack. 1, keep the secret code up. 2, test the new weapons. 3, blame it on the Republic.
Citizens of the Empire, it is with great sorrow that I report the destruction of our colony in the Virinat system by the terrorist insurgents known as the Romulan Republic. I believe most of the residents of Virinat were loyal subjects of the Empire who were unaware of the terrorist cell hidden amongst their homes and families. Their deaths are a tragedy.
A terrorist cell could not do all this much damage. Yes, terrorists don't work that way. They don't wipe out whole communities. That's not terror. That's just kill everything. That's just shut everyone up. Like killing them all. It's not terror. Terror is about blowing up 1 or 2 strategic locations to scare people. Strike terror in their hearts. It's not about killing the enemy. It's about disrupting the enemy. The army is for killing the enemy. Continue recording.
When the Tal Shiar attempted to remove the insurrectionists and save Virinat and its people, the Romulan Republic destroyed the entire colony rather than submit to the lawful authority of my forces. I grieve for the loss of innocent life. Rest assured that those responsible will be found and punished for their crimes against the Romulan people. Virinat will not be forgotten.
So she is blaming the Romulan Republic, and that's why they're calling them terrorists. So she is planning an assault on the Republic. She is using it as an excuse to go to war with the Republic, because one assault won't be enough against them. They've gotten too big for that, but they're still not big enough to take on the Empire. Oh, what's happened here? It was a trap! Defeat machines. Well, that wasn't hard. My crew took care of most of that. Captain, a ship from an unknown configuration has decloaked and is arming weapons. Recommend you and the AOY team return to the Stitching Time G immediately. Okay, we'll beam up, but not before we've collected our loot. The captain's got to get paid, you know. So that ship that just uncloaked in front of my ship in orbit was probably the one we detected, the sensor glitch we detected earlier. So let's beam up and confront it. Okay, it's taken a while to load today for some reason. Yesterday things were loading very quickly. But today they're taking their time. Must be a lot of heavy internet. Yesterday was Sunday. Today is a work day, so it's Monday, so so it's probably more busy for me. It was a scout ship, Captain. We drove it off, but I'm expecting reinforcements any moment. Yeah, the scout ship, it was left behind to monitor, to see if anyone would fall into the trap. I mean, if it was a Republic ship, then Celia would have chased it all the way back to the Republic and started a war. But it's a Starfleet ship. That's something she didn't count on. Me being at the colony, at Tequila's colony, and at this colony, Serene and Viranet. Acknowledged. Oh crap! I'm not sitting still for that. That is obviously a danger zone to get out of the way of. We are receiving a priority space transmission from Starfleet Command. Do you want to put it on the main view screen? They're probably wondering what I'm doing out here, because I was assigned to return Tequila to her colony. Why didn't I come back straight after that? Because I was told to investigate strange goings on. And that's what I'm doing, and it's taking me here to Viranet. On screen.
To all Starfleet vessels, our allies in the Romulan Republic are under attack by the Tal Shiar. All combat-ready vessels are ordered to report to New Romulus immediately. Individual orders to follow.
Wow, the attack is happening. They really are. They used my uncovering of this secret. It forced their hand. They have to attack before I get back with the information to prove that it was them that destroyed their own colony. I've got proof that the reason the Empire are going to war for is fake. The Empire are going to war on the Republic, blaming them for this colony, and I've got proof that that it's a lie, that the Republic is innocent. I've got the proof, and nobody knows it yet. I feel so important. I can stop the attack and embarrass the Star Empire. All I have to do is get to the war zone and broadcast the truth, showing that the Star Empire's reason for attacking the colony is fake. For attacking the Republic is fake. Open the channel to Tanae. This is important. I've got to get her advice before I change the shape of the galaxy.
Orders are to rendezvous with Battle Group Phi at Viranet and proceed to New Romulus to reinforce our vessels there. The battle is already underway.
So, I'm to rendezvous with them here at Viranet, so they know I'm here. And they know... So, maybe I'm going to be leading the battle if they're coming to me, instead of me going to them. I'm going to be leading the task force, put in charge for the first time. Because I can prove to the whole galaxy that the Star Empire's reason for attacking New Romulus was a fake that they staged. It's the Star Empire that's acting like terrorists, not the Republic. That means
Let's get to New Romulus.
it's the Star Empire that's acting like terrorists, not the Republic, which means the Star Empire is worried because the Republic is getting big enough to challenge them. They've become such a threat that they get attacked, and that my visit here has forced their hand in that attack. So the Empire are attacking before they're prepared. because I forced their hand. And look, here's all the ships that have come. And it's Federation frigate, USS Belfast, Federation frigate, USS Akagi, USS Kirk. Now, before I warp out, the Belfast is a Defiant class, and I believe that is Captain Sean's ship at the moment. And Captain Sean is the one who eventually goes on to command the USS Enterprise F, an Odyssey class, the one that keeps turning up when you do system patrols. And the USS Kirk, I believe Tom Paris's and Belana Torres' daughter is serving on there. She's the Kuvamark. But the Agagi, I'm not sure what that ship is. I don't know if we've encountered it before or not. But I like the fact that these ships have identities. Anyway, not now, because Starfleet officer's got to do a scan, but there's nothing here. I don't get my fix before this battle, so what the hell? I'll go in aggressive. No calming fix before the battle. No calming fix of scanning. No anomalies to satisfy my thirst. No materials. Material anomalies. I'm starting to need a bit of nicotine. I don't actually smoke cigarettes, I smoke a pipe. I'm an old man. I'm starting to need the nicotine. I mean, this video has been going for about an hour and 3/4 now.
We are grateful beyond words for your help. You have arrived in the nick of time. New Romulus does not have the developed orbital defenses necessary to repel such an attack, and Admiral Kararek is calling for as many ships as possible to defend the planet. The flotilla protecting the planet has been pushed back by the enemy assault. They are at their final line now. They need your help.
So the Republic has obviously officially asked Starfleet for assistance in this battle. So the Republic was growing strong enough to defend itself from the Empire. And if the Serene colony had joined the Republic, then that might give the Republic the strength they need to finally overcome the Empire. So the Empire launches its attack early because I forced their hand. And they know I've got proof, but do they know that I've got proof that they faked the Virenat colony destruction? And temporal probe as well, mustn't forget that. Battle stations, red alert!
Join us. Concentrate fire on their command ship.
Not until I've scanned the coronal Hugina phlegm. Unlock temporal probe. It's the first temporal probe that I've found that's actually in space. All the others have been on the ground. Compare the words to the right and choose the one that is in the list of partially completed words. Right. This is the first temporal probe that I've located that's actually in space. All the rest have been on the ground. So we've got to find one of these words here. I'm just listing, so it takes me a while. There it is, lever. Now for the next one, flame bank auxiliary. flame. And cats, is that steam? Frozen. Steam. Now the data on the probe indicates that the Nicole have sent operatives and ships back in time to turn the tide of this battle against the Republic. If the Republic never forms, the balance of power in the Beta Quadrant could become dangerously unstable. Agreed. Let's do what we can to stop them. Maybe it's time to call in the Klingons to help as well. That way the Klingons, because it serves the Klingon interest that the Romulan Republic becomes strong. Just like it serves Starfleet interests, so Klingons and Starfleet should really band together with this new information to save the Republic. I don't like the way that's staying there. So the Klingons and the Starfleet should band together to help stabilize the Republic and help it survive this attack. I have no keybind, but I'm spamming the spacebar anyway because I'm used to having a keybind on my other characters. Why am I not taking damage? Not taking much damage. Where'd that ship I was targeting go? I'm pressing buttons unnecessarily as well. Accolade complete, I didn't see what it was. Another accolade. For some reason I'm not taking much damage, not as much as I'd expect. I mean, it's not like this vessel is extra strong or anything. Answer hail, but there's still a ship to fight. Oh. Sir, we're being hailed by the Romulan Republic on screen.
On behalf of the Romulan Republic, thank you for your assistance today. You have saved our new world from destruction. We cannot begin to repay these deeds you have performed today, but know that your names will go down in history.
Obviously the battle is going in their favour and they're confident of victory. So they no longer need assistance. But they won't forget the help we've given them. We were honoured to be of service. It looks like we're done here, sir. Are you ready to depart the system? Not now. I think I triggered that dialogue early because I destroyed the flagship before I destroyed the other ones. So I triggered that dialogue a bit too early. Yeah, I think I triggered the dialogue too early because I destroyed the flagship early. And look, Oh, I thought I saw a Klingon vessel for a minute, but I didn't. Ah, poor little vessel. Shall we give him some assistance? There you go. Yeah, we give him some assistance. An engineering team and a science team. Haven't got hazard emitters, so I can't give him that. But let's scan. No anomalies, of course. And there's New Romulus. So we are in the Romulan system. There's the transwarp gate. And the moon. The moons. And this. But we can't beam down to our embassy because we haven't built it yet. Not at this point in the story. Oh, there is a Klingon ship. I did see one. The IKS Kang. Well, it is in the... There's only one Klingon ship by the looks of things. Yes, because it is in the Klingon interest to be a part of this. And there's another one. That is a Klingon ship. It's not a Romulan one. IKS Vra. That's the one I just held. So the Klingons are here not because they're allies with the Federation at this point, but because they owe the Federation for getting rid of Bavat and solving that Kuda Mark stuff, because Bavat was the one who was pushing for war in earlier episodes, if memory serves. And it is in the Klingon interest to keep somebody in charge of the Romulans, whether it's the Star Empire or the Republic, doesn't matter, as long as someone's in charge. And the Republic is the more favourable option because the Republic is a free and open society. So it is strategically wise to take advantage of the internal wrangling in the Romulan people between the Star Empire and the Republic and sway the flow of things towards the Republic, even though it appears to be a violation of the Prime Directive. But it's only a minor violation because the Romulans are hardly a developing society. I made far more meat out of this episode than is there, I think. But anyway, let's depart system, since there's nothing left to do, and we can't beam down. Not until we get an embassy built and the staging area is opened up for visitors. Followed by the... what's the rest of the Romulan world called beyond the staging area? Anyway, Shadow Play is finished, and Tani has come to sycophant her banks all over me like a Vulcan shouldn't. The Romulan Republic extends their sincere gratitude for your assistance in saving their homeworld. We now know the race you encountered there is called the Elachi. The battle revealed it for sure. And they are the Tal Shiar's new allies, the secret allies. From what you found on Viranat and what they tried to do at New Romulus, I'd say that whatever they're doing, it's not in our best interest. Well, duh. Why would it be? I mean, it's not like they like you. It would be in their best interest, not ours. You're not thinking very logically, Admiral. The Republic is continuing to search for clues to reveal what exactly is happening to the people being abducted by the Elachi. You, however, may be set to a different task. Yes, it's the Elachi that are doing the kidnapping for the Tal Shiar. But the Hirogen are with the Tal Shiar as well, because they captured a Borg sphere and delivered it to the Tal Shiar. The Tal Shiar must have paid. Yeah, the Tal Shiar offered new hunting grounds to the Hirogen in exchange for a Borg sphere. So the Hirogen captured a Borg sphere and gave it to the Tal Shiar, and now they're allowed to access the new hunting grounds. And guess which hunting grounds the Romulan Star Empire have given to the Hirogen? They've given them New Romulus. So you go there and hunt. It also helps to destabilize the Romulan Republic. Anyway, we've got a choice of plasma weapons now. And of course I'm going to go for it doesn't really matter what I get because they're all pretty low level. And I'm using phasers mostly on my ship and torps, and I don't need a plasma torp. I've already got one, I think. So might as well go for a beam array because it's basic standard things.
Congratulations, Admiral.
I have a new mission for you. Do you now? Well, I have. I'm busy with paperwork. Get a few of these done, and then I might play that next mission. Okay, we've maxed out the missions. Where's my new mission gone? Did I accidentally click it closed? Because the next mission would be... There it is, there she is again. Tarsis. That's the next mission. Let's have a look. Make sure that we get them in the right order. Yes, it is Tarsis. The crew chases down rumours that the former Romulan Praetor is still active and searches for proof that she was responsible for the destruction of the Romulan homeworld. So it wasn't Spock after all, as we already know. He just got the blame. Tarsis. How much do you know about the destruction of Romulus, Admiral? Quite a bit. I talked to Jessica Dax's ex-boyfriend Symbiont about it in his new host. The initial explosion did not occur in the Romulus system. It was in the Hobus system, which had planets being mined for decalithium. The supernova acted counter to almost all we know about this type of phenomenon. The initial explosion converted the mass of the planets it consumed into energy, which then travelled through subspace. Ultimately, the Romulus system was destroyed, and along with it, the Romulan homeworld. Unchecked, the force of this chain reaction detonation could have threatened the entire quadrant. It was Ambassador Spock who sealed the rift by using red matter to create an artificial black hole. Until recently, the cause of the supernova was a mystery. However, the nascent The nascent Romulan Republic, our new ally, has shared information with us that Taris, former praetor of the Romulan Star Empire, may have been responsible for the Hobus supernova. They attempted to apprehend her, but she escaped through an Iconian gateway. Iconian? Whoa. That's interesting. Recently, the Romulan Republic has discovered new information that could help us track down Taris. We want you to rendezvous with the RRW Lisette, the new flagship of the Romulan Republic fleet, and provide any assistance you can. Travel to the Hobus system, which is located in the Beta Quadrant, and rendezvous with the Lisette. You will receive the following reward. A shield. Accept. Exit. Now, after reading through all that, and since this video is now 2 hours long, I have decided to end this part 19 video here and pick up this episode in video number 20. That will give me time for a quick break between recording videos. And then, so I will say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. A bit more chipper video than my last few. And please hit that like button. Maybe subscribe to my channel. There's loads of videos on there of all different kinds of ships. A lot of ISAs as well. And even comment if you like. And remember that previous videos in this series go back as far as when this character was first created. You actually get to see him being created. And every moment of his life has been recorded. Oh, that's a nice planet down there. Right. Nice end on a nice screenshot there. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. See you in part 20.